Hey guys, welcome to the 101 in 10, where you get to see your favorite indie artists from around the world 101 in 10 minutes. I'm your host, Ayasha Roberson, and we are back with another artist. And this artist is from the UK. I love his sound. He has this really nice sound. He has this passion about the music that he produces and he writes because he's a singer-songwriter as well. And he just has his own unique style. I mean, his authenticity is so nice and it's so refreshing to hear a man sing about love and not be scared to sing about that. Without further ado, help me welcome Mr. Seeking Benjamin. Yay.
Hey, Ayasha, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Great, thank you. I'm great. Thank you for having me on.
Well, thank you for being on our show. So, can you tell me a little bit about your musical influences and how did you come up with the name Seeking Benjamin?
The name Seeking Benjamin comes from the ability to try and find myself, a soul searcher, and that's searching through my music. So I've been playing music since the age of 10, and I spent a long time trying to find my sound and who I was. And Seeking Benjamin is about that, and trying to explore musically who I am.
Oh wow, that's really deep. So, because I would have never thought that it was really about really finding yourself, your name. That's where it comes from, and that's why you're able to really dig deep and create this really good music because you really know who you are as a person and you know what type of music that you want to allow people to be able to feel and also be able to experience as well. So, what were your musical influences growing up? You said you've been doing music at the age of 10.
My musical influences growing up were bands such as Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones. I had a really rocky kind of upbringing, and then I'd listened to songwriters such as Bob Dylan and Nick Drake, and they sort of influenced me. But my really early age, I grew up listening to Michael Jackson. So, I was standing on tables at the age of 10 doing the Earth song, which was
Wow.
Great. So he really sort of influenced me to try and be I want to be him. I want to be Michael Jackson. So yeah.
That's beautiful. Now, can you tell me how has your music have evolved over the years you've been playing and been an artist?
Well, when I started, I started just doing vocals, and I was a front man for a rock band when I was growing up. So we played rock covers from Blink-182 to Green Day and Offspring. Sort of the teenage years, listening to punk rock was great, and playing that. But as I matured as a person, I started doing more sort of deep songwriting. So writing songs about love and things that I was just starting to understand at an early age. And now 10 years on, I can write about those more in depth. It's all about experience.
Mm-hmm. So what have you, and it seems like you have a lot of experience as well because you really have been able to dig into your true authentic self and that has helped you become the artist that you are today. Now, can you tell us about some of your successes and also some of your challenges as being an artist?
So the challenge is, I've got a child. He's 9 years old, so I stopped music for a little while, for a good 10 years. So I didn't play anything. I stopped gigging, and I held back. I still did some songwriting, but it wasn't quite the same, and I couldn't get my music out there. So over the last year, since September last year, I emerged back onto the scene and I started gigging down the south here in the UK, and I've been playing nearly every other week in venues all around the south, which has been fantastic. And I've been writing. We had COVID, and we had a year to kind of explore songwriting a bit more because I had all that time on my hands, which was actually really good. I really appreciate the time off. So so yeah, and that's where I wrote "Marry Me," which is the debut single, and it was just a matter of time, and I finally had the time to do it.
Wow.
And now I'm here.
Yeah, and I think so much creativity came out of COVID within those 2 years. People were able to really be able to get the juices flowing and really get into a different direction of what they wouldn't have been if we weren't in isolation and we weren't confined to the house and we aren't, you know, being told we have to do X, Y, and Z, allow a lot of other things to flow.
Yeah, it's it because life's generally really busy. So trying to do songwriting, I mean, in my in my other part of my life, I run and own a construction company, and that takes up a lot of time. So without having these breaks, um, it wouldn't have been able to give me the opportunity to write my music. So, you know, you take small thankfulness out of situations that have happened, which has been great for me. So
In the break, there was a blessing. That is so nice to hear about it. Now, let's talk a little bit about your song "Marry Me," what debuted on August 26th. Tell us a little bit how you come up with the song and the lyrics and all the stuff. What was the inspiration behind that?
well, Marry Me is it's about the anxiety and also the nervousness of asking that big question and wanting to ask that question. The modern twist on it is that the bridge when you hear it is actually about a modern day relationship, which is, so you know, someone that's already been through love and been married, and it's about taking that chance, because it's really hard for people that have been scolded and, you know, they've had their heart broken to accept that they can go and do that again. And I really wanted to write it from that point of view, because I think that everybody deserves a second chance at love.
Right.
And I really want to capture that in the song.
Yeah, it's really a nice, sentimental, sweet song, and it's really, I can relate to the song. It just has this really nice melody, has a nice tone to it, and I can just actually envision myself in that moment. So you can actually really feel that music. So guys, you need to go check out his song "Marry Me," which is on all music platforms. It's a really nice song. It's a nice wedding song. It's a nice engagement song. It's a nice love song. It's just a nice song. You don't have to be married. You can be single and just kind of like, now I'm gonna say, just like, it's a nice song. So I just love that song. Let's talk a little bit about your upcoming, if you have any type of upcoming shows coming up, and what's planned for next year. I know you got a new album coming out, right?
I've actually, yeah, I've got a 5-track EP coming out in March. The EP is called Temporary Lovers. So there's a little hint to maybe the flavor of the EP.
Oh,
So that's going to be coming up, and yeah, that comes out in March. And I've got gigs all around the south of the UK coming up. If you go to my website, www.seekingbenjamin.co.uk, you can have a look there where I'm performing. And also, I will be teasing soon. We are doing a new Christmas single to raise money for a charity in the UK called Cots for Tots, who help to house parents whose children are in the ICU.
oh.
So that's going to be big as well. Really looking forward to that. So
Now, when is the Christmas single going to come out?
that's going to come out at the end of November, just before Christmas.
Oh, I'm so excited. And I'm looking forward to hearing that song on Indie Live Music Radio. And you can definitely check out Seeking Benjamin's song on Indie Live Music Radio as well. So guys, if you have the TuneIn app, you can download the TuneIn app, put in Indie Live Music Radio, and you can hear Seeking Benjamin, "Marry Me," new song, and all the other indie artists from around the world. Thank you so much, Seeking Benjamin, for being on our show today. And
Thanks,
thank you.
Ayasha.
Oh, you're welcome. And thank you, you guys, for tuning in to the 101 in 10, where you will never know what artists we'll have on our show next time. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care. Bye.